besides being two world-famous entertainers. Mr. Bean and Jim Carrey are two comedians who have made a lot of money during their careers. But have you ever stopped to wonder about just which one of them leads the most luxurious life? In this video, you will watch a close battle between Jim Carrey and Mr. Bean. So then, let's get to the fight. Before we get started, I challenge you. You have to click on subscribe and activate notifications, check the option all. But you have to do that in less than 5 seconds. You got it? And if you can, write in the comments #AllAboutSubscribe. Alright, let's get started. Round 1. More expensive real estate. When it comes to choosing a good place to live, the two comedians don't like to skimp out, but who owns the most luxurious residence? Mr. Bean, for example, has as his most expensive mansion an estate located in Oxfordshire in England, known as Handsmooth House. Upon purchasing the estate, many thought Rowan would restore its original residence, but he opted to demolish the complex and build an 8,000 square foot glass mansion with a more contemporary, futuristic style that was designed by American architect Richard Meyer. Upon entering this incredible property, you can notice that it is full of impressive architectural details, as well as having large staircases connecting its 3 floors. There are large glass windows in several rooms, which bring natural light into the interior, reflecting the gracious aspects that surround its location. In addition, the place has ample living spaces, which offer comfortable living to Rowan Atkinson, who describes the home as simple, graceful, and elegant. On the outside, the richness of the finishings follows the same pattern as the interior spaces, which together with the clean design, make the mansion stand out amidst the natural beauty of the 16-acre plot, which provides a lot of tranquility for the actor to live in front of exceptional views. There are several open fields around, as well as a tennis court and a luxury swimming pool with a trampoline, plus large patios and a well-kept lawn in the surrounding area. Rowan bought the property in 2006 for just £2,500,000, but after the major rework he had carried out, it is estimated that the site is worth £11 million today. Jim Carrey, for his part, has not been left behind. He has also been spotted visiting a penthouse in the building known as the Clock Tower, located in the Brooklyn borough of New York City. It is a luxurious apartment with a super sophisticated architecture capable of offering all the refinement you could imagine. The apartment is in one of the most luxurious addresses in the city, with an incredible view of Manhattan from every room. There is even an outdoor terrace in the apartment, where the view is so beautiful that it even has some binoculars in order to get a better look. And while it is not known whether Jim Carrey actually bought this property, some sources speculate that at that time the estate was valued at around $19 million. And because we can't be sure if he actually purchased this property, we will consider this round a draw. Points for both. Round 2. Cars. Both actors seem to love to ride around in good vehicles, but which one of the two has the most luxurious collection? Jim Carrey, for example, has already been spotted in a Mercedes-AMG SL63, a beautiful Mercedes convertible equipped with a V8 engine capable of accelerating from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 4 seconds, achieving an electronically limited top speed of 185 miles per hour. And the price of this incredible car can reach over $166,000. The most expensive vehicle Jim Carrey was ever seen in, on the other hand, was a Porsche Panamera, a super sports car made for those who enjoy high speeds. The vehicle can accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 3.6 seconds and can reach a top speed of 190 miles per hour. And to own such a car in your garage, it may be necessary to spend, considering the most recent models, more than $200,000. As a gift to the team that worked with him on Sonic the Hedgehog 2, he decided to give away a Chevrolet Blazer RS, an SUV with a modern and imposing design. The interior of the vehicle is spacious and comfortable, ideal for day-to-day use. And it is speculated that the comedian spent around $40,000 making this donation. Mr. Bean, in turn, owns several vehicles, such as a $30,000 Jaguar 7 Malawian Quachas, a $37,000 Lancia Delta HF Integrail from 1989, a $50,000 Mercedes-Benz 500e, a $55,000 Land Rover Defender 90 Heritage. Unlike Mr. Bean, who only uses very old mini-sized vehicles, Rowan likes more luxurious cars. The following cars have gone through the actor's garage as well: a $100,000 Audi A8, and a rare $130,000 Honda NSX from 2002. The comedian also has a memorable Mercedes-Benz SLS AMG in the color of wine, which he is always photographed by paparazzi driving on the streets in his daily life. This stylish and super sporty vehicle is capable of reaching the speed of 199 miles per hour. No wonder that its value is estimated at $260,000. His passion for speed is such that he has participated in several races. Rowan crashed his Aston Martin V8 Zagato in 2001 at a motor event. He spent about $300,000 to rebuild the car. Currently, it is worth about $335,000. Some sources point out that Atkinson also once owned a Bentley Mulsanne Birkin, which costs around $400,000. From his beloved Rolls-Royce brand, the actor owns the Phantom Drop Head model. This car was also used by his character in the movie Johnny English. And if you want to own such a machine, you need to spend about $500,000. Another vehicle that has passed through Rowan's garage is a BMW 328 Roadster, a classic and rare car that has only been manufactured between 1936 to 1940. And because it's so exclusive, it's worth up to $1,200,000. But the most iconic and expensive car in Rowan's garage was his 1997 McLaren F1, a car well known for achieving an impressive speed of 240 miles per hour. He even crashed this machine twice, and because of that, he even got a $1,400,000 insurance policy at the time. In 2015, the comedian decided to auction the car, raising $12,200,000. And for having a much more luxurious garage, Mr. Bean wins this round. Point to him. Round 3. Jet. To provide more agility and comfort in their travels, the two comedians make use of private jets. But which one of them owns the most luxurious aircraft? Mr. Bean, for example, has been seen using a Cessna 202, a single-engine, small-piston aircraft. However, the ride almost had a tragic end, as the pilot passed out during the flight. Rowan, despite having no experience with flying, managed to keep the plane in the air while his wife revived the pilot. Usually, a person who went through an episode like this would get too traumatized to fly on private planes ever again. But everything points out that the actor still charters flights, which can cost up to about $10,000 per hour of flight. Jim Carrey is not far behind. Some sources speculate that he once owned an aircraft in the Gulfstream G550 model, one of the safest and best performing private jets in the world. Not to mention its intercontinental range, which allows it to travel great distances without the need to stop for fuel. The jet's interior is very comfortable and luxurious, and can hold up to 19 passengers depending on the configuration adopted. This aircraft is so exclusive that there are only about 100 units of it in the world, and of course to own one you have to invest a real fortune. To get an idea of the price, it is estimated that Jim Carrey's aircraft cost around $36 million. And since he owns his own aircraft, Jim Carrey wins this round. 1 point for him. Round 4. Real estate portfolio. Both actors seem to be quite fond of investing in real estate, but which one of them has the largest real estate portfolio? Mr. Bean, for example, once owned a historic house in the village of Waterperry, known as the Old Rectory, located in the county of Oxfordshire, England. Situated on a 6+ acre lot, the rustic-style home has medieval attributes and was built in the 18th century. Among the main rooms of the place are 3 charming living rooms and 5 bedrooms with furnishings from its era. There is also a media room, a kitchen with a large central island, and a complex with an indoor swimming pool, which offers ample space for recreation, as well as a landscape garden outside. Rowan would use the house as a country retreat until he sold it for £2,425,000, despite initially listing the place for £2,900,000. He is also speculated to own some real estate in the City of London. One of them is allegedly a £4,560,000 house, and the other is a rustic-style residence in Harley Gardens in the upscale Chelsea neighborhood. Jim Carrey, on the other hand, also likes to invest in real estate. In 1994, for example, he acquired a beautiful mansion in Los Angeles, California, in a prime area surrounded by other high-end homes. Although there is little information about its interior, it is known that the property is over 25,000 square feet. And looking at the satellite footage of the estate, you can see that there is a sports court and a nice pool in the house for the actor to relax in. And according to some sources, Jim Carrey paid about $3,800,000 at the time of purchase, but it is estimated that today the property is worth more than $8 million. The actor also once owned a mansion in Malibu, a prime area of Los Angeles known for its beaches and for also housing other celebrity homes. Carrey's former beach house has contemporary architecture with large and integrated rooms. The interior of the house is about 2,866 square feet, being divided into 3 comfortable bedrooms and 4 bathrooms, with bathtub privileges. One of the property's highlights is the beautiful outdoor area with an incredible view of the Pacific Ocean, an area with lounge chairs and even an ofuro, a type of Japanese hot tub. And as reported in the press, the actor decided to sell the house in 2013 for about $13,400,000. And because he owns more expensive real estate, Jim Carrey easily wins this round. 1 point for him. Round 5. Sources of income. Besides making a lot of money as comedy actors, they also have other sources of income. But which one of them has the most lucrative business? Jim Carrey, for example, is also a writer who has released some great books, such as How Roland Rolls and Memoirs and Misinformation. Another great passion of Jim Carrey is fine arts and painting, a hobby that helped him a lot in overcoming depression. Since 2016, Jim Carrey has been exhibiting his artwork in exhibitions around the world, something that could earn him some good money if he decides to sell them. And we can't forget that Jim Carrey is a very well-known personality all over the world. And all this visibility allows him to earn a high cash with his image, example of his recent commercial made in 2022 for Verizon. But it seems that Jim Carrey doesn't care much about the money he can make from social networks. That's because he has chosen to delete his Facebook and not to use Instagram, making Twitter his main platform for communicating with the public, where he has almost 20 million followers. This just goes to show that Jim Carrey already seems to make a lot of money from his movies and doesn't have to worry so much about having other sources of income. Meanwhile, Mr. Bean has shown himself to be a real businessman. He is, for example, the director of the cartoon production company Tiger Television, responsible for the transformation of Mr. Bean into animation for children's audiences. This only proves that Rowan is very integrated into the current market, and that his creation did not become an outdated comedy that remained in the 90s. There are already over 130 episodes, and everything indicates that the cartoon will return to the screens in 2022. The animation has also become a huge commercial success, launching exclusive products ranging from Mr. Bean branded clothing and accessories to a collection of NFTs. Rowan even has an Instagram for his character in order to promote and sell his products, totaling over 8 million followers on the media platform. Not to mention he has created several YouTube channels that have over 50 million subscribers and over 26 billion views, which makes him quite a bit of AdSense money. Another source of income for the Englishman is with advertising. After all, many brands like to use Mr. Bean as a messenger in the dissemination of their products. As such, Rowan has already signed contracts with telecom company Etisalat, with the bank Barclaycard, with M&M's Chocolates, Snickers, and many others. In addition, Rowan has his own production company, Hindmech, which is also known to bring him a lot of money. To get an idea of the figures, The Independent reported in 1997 that his company was making £1,900,000 a year, which was equivalent to about $2 million. Even then, Atkinson was the sole director of the company and his then-wife, Sunitra Sastry, was the company secretary. For an annual salary, he was paying himself over $1,340,000 in that period. In other words, he has currently managed to amass quite a fortune. And because Mr. Bean owns more profitable businesses, he wins this round. Point to him. Round 6. Net worth. Both comedians have made a lot of money during their careers, but which one of them has managed to amass the biggest net worth? Mr. Bean, for example, built his wealth thanks to his television series that premiered in 1990 and was a worldwide success. With this, Rowan can receive royalties when his work is broadcasted on various airlines and television channels around the world, whether it is television series, films, or the animated version. To have an idea of values, Mr. Bean's debut in the theaters happened in 1997 and it was a real box office success, generating more than $250 million in revenue with a budget of only $18 million. According to some sources, Rowan's fee as an actor and also as executive producer was £11,500,000, equivalent to $18,400,000 in values of that time. As his fame grew, the actor managed to get other relevant works. An example of this is his Johnny English film series, in which he parodies James Bond. The films together grossed almost $618 million at the box office, and Rowan Atkinson certainly earned a good slice of that amount. That's all without taking into account other performances in movies like Keeping Mum, Love Actually, Scooby-Doo, and Netflix's 2022 release series Man vs. Bee. And all this professional success in the entertainment industry justifies the personal wealth that the mogul has built, having an estimated net worth of $160 million. Not bad, isn't it? Jim Carrey, on the other hand, had a very difficult start to his career. As the actor himself has already said in an interview that there was a time when he was totally broke and depressed, and then using the law of attraction he decided to write himself a check for $10 million, with faith that one day he would be able to cash it and receive this gigantic paycheck. And as everyone knows, that's exactly what happened a few years later. To get an idea, his financial earnings grew as his works became more successful and his name became more and more known in the film industry. His first big salary, for example, happened in the series In Living Color, where he was paid about $25,000 per episode, which ended up totaling approximately $3,200,000 from all 127 episodes of the show. The fees he receives for his films have also been growing year after year. It is estimated, for example, that he received about $200,000 for I Love You, Philip Morris, $350,000 for Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, $540,000 for The Mask, $7 million for Dumb and Dumber, $15 million for Kick-Ass 2, $20 million for The Cable Guy, $25 million for Bruce Almighty, and up to $35 million for Yes Man. If we add up the salary he received for his films, it is very likely that he has earned more than $300 million just as an actor. But according to some sources, the actor's net worth is not that high. It is estimated that Jim Carrey's net equity after paying all taxes is around $180 million. And for having a slightly larger net worth, Jim Carrey wins this round. 1 point for him. At the end of this battle, we have 3 points for Mr. Bean against 4 points for Jim Carrey, making him the winner of this fight. But if you believe that there are still other arguments to defend either one of the two, make sure to write your best justification for it down below. Hey, you like the video? So don't forget about leave your like and comment, and tell some suggestions of another videos, and hopefully we gonna do it. All about channel, Dios to satisfy your curiosity.